All right, I'm going live a little bit earlier. I'm not gonna be looking at chat too much today, so it's kind of just gonna be me watching price. Per usual, we have Monday with no red folder news, so you can see a little bit lower probability. I was gonna go live a little bit later, but I kind of like this fractal of price. I mean, I was watching this. I don't need to be in this. I don't care to be in this. But as we see right now, um, I do have a lot of things on my chart. We traded lower. We traded lower into an old first presentation. I've been back to seeing first presentations a lot. Well, not like a decent amount recently. And in my personal study, first presentations have been very helpful. They in my opinion, are they usually always get respected in some form. So as you see, we traded lower into a old daily high. This is Thursday's daily high. We have a big pool of buy side that rests above here. We're below midnight opening price. We now traded lower. We now created a balanced price range here. We traded lower into new day opening gaps, offered fair value. Again, we're failing and resisting to trade lower. If we just look on this, if we just look at this fractal, let me like remove everything so it's a little bit more clear. Like if I remove everything, like we have buy side up here, we have sell side down here. We're just within the middle of that fractal here. So we have a Monday with no red folder news, so we could consolidate here. But I wouldn't be surprised if we want to reach our way up to these highs. I mean, it's right now. It's before market open. I do like this fractal price. However, I just want to stay patient. So I'm not really looking for anything. I'd more be open just to tape read today rather than try to actually trade this. So with that being said, let's kind of just begin the session here. So we just took in this internal buy side. I'd want to see some displacement if we want to continue higher. I do really like this BISI on the 1 minute here. I really do like that. That to me looks very nice. With the old high, that to me looks like we are respecting that. We have a new week opening gap lower. So we have this big new week opening gap right here. And we have put in relative equal highs here. Notice that we have left buy side that rests above here. To me, this is not really significant, especially with this buy side liquidity pool here. So I definitely want to see this get traded to at some point. Maybe this week. If we look at the daily chart, I kind of want to look at the daily chart here as well. If we look at the daily chart and zoom out, what are we within? Doing range established, or you can use this doing range, pretty much the same thing. I'm going to use this doing range here. We're within that upper 75% portion. We've now traded lower. We have this inefficiency here that we could look to trade down into, but that's what we have here. We have new week opening gaps, and as well as, let me turn that off. I also have this up close candle here. That's a breaker. So I want to see, maybe do we want to reaccumulate within here, trade higher? We have had this swing high here, so I do kind of want to submit to that. And just by looking at this fractal on the daily chart and where we're at right now currently, I think Monday with no red folder news, I think it's definitely lower probability we're looking for trades, but we'll see what I can look for in terms of intraday volatility, and that's kind of what I'm going to key off of. If you look at ES, I do like ES, how we did trade down to this down close candle right here, and I do like how we have these just relative smooth highs here that I think we might want to trade into. ES is in all-time highs or near all-time highs. This is all-time high right there, so I think ES could be looking to scoop up that high there, and then obviously you have these clean lows here. We have a smooth discount inefficiencies here on the daily chart. If you look at this wick, I do want to grade it here. Look at that constant encroachment. We're respecting that. And notice what else this is. This is a redelivered rebalanced. We're respecting that as well. So I do like that on ES. So I kind of want to submit to higher prices here. These are all just first presentations that I've marked up. As you traded lower, we put a tick right there. So this could be a sell side liquidity pool, or I mean obviously this is a sell side liquidity pool. I want to see, hey, maybe since we are in discount, since we are below true day, hey, maybe we might want to deliver lower to then trade up higher to counterparty this liquidity here, and then trade higher. Like that to me could be all that could be possible. So I want to see what 930 does. Just be a little extra patient. just by looking at this fractal list profile, to me, if we wanted it, if just from my back testing, like if we want to take this high here, if we want to deliver to these highs here, I think we would need to see 930 expansion and then continue within that. The weekly profile, if we're looking at what's the most likely weekly profile, do you want to pull up Forex Factory Monday, no red folder news? Here, let me just here. It's just more Monday, no red folder news, but we have all this yellow folder. Wednesday we have FOMC meeting minutes, which I would expect this to actually be kind of volatile. And we also have 10-year bond auction. 10-year bond auction usually is a little volatile. I'm surprised it's not red folder. Then we have CPI, and then PPI Thursday, Friday. I was just backtesting a week pretty much exactly like this earlier today. It was, I don't have the news profile, but it was this week in 2023. It was Monday, no red folder news. Tuesday, no red folder news. Thursday, Friday, CPI, then PPI. So Monday on that week was pretty, I do want to pull that up here. I believe it was this day. Monday was pretty insignificant, although there were a few trades. So it was a 5 minute. We had some high resistance liquidity. We manipulated at 930, traded lower. So with that, no news, especially on a Monday. Likely want to wait for 930, but just by looking at this, like to me, it would make perfect sense if we just wanted to expand higher. However, if we do manipulate, I'll want to see this low get traded to for sure. And then this black line is that daily order block. See, we trade lower below that, right above that first presentation. Trade higher, daily order block used, first presentation, and then we also have a first presentation and a new week opening gap above market price. This could be like a little scalp here. I think it's most likely that we do trade higher here. The wrong thing. To me, it's just not worth it. Like that's insignificant. Oops. Oh, got it. We have a first presentation above market price here. Also a new day opening gap that exists above there. Then we have a new day opening gap right here. I do kind of want to note that. Notice how all this balanced delivery, trade lower, 1 minute BISI, trade higher, and possible expansion. So just by looking at this doesn't really need to get traded to. This is all balanced, so we have buy stops that rest above that. We have buy stops that rest above here, and we have primary buy side. What are we? We're within a discount. We're below true day, and we just dropped below 830 opening. So this could be very. This could potentially lead to like some classic buy day here. Buy side just taken though. Sell side first, buy side second. I just want to note this, Ivy. We got about 13 minutes till market opens. Ooh, I'm gonna put on some background music for the folks on the stream. I forgot to do that. Okay. disconnect. Okay, we should be good. We should be good on that. All right, so I'm staying patient here. I do like this though. This is an old first presentation. I mean, just look at the respect. We used it here for sell side delivery, or we use it here for buy side delivery. Now we've had buy side delivery. We kind of traded above it. Now we've offered a stop hunt, so now this would make perfect sense to use it here as buy side delivery and have this be an inversion. But I'm marking it as a SIBI. I want to pull up another chart over here. Yeah, let's just do like a We are within a 15-minute SIBI, but notice how it's not really acting like a SIBI. It's not how I would like to see a 15-minute SIBI act like if we're bearish. Like this SIBI, we're kind of trading above it. It's not really offering resistance here. We've traded above here, all this balance, trade higher, immediate rebalance, trade higher. BISI on the 15-minute. Look at the wicks. Where do we color outside of that to that 1 minute BISI right there? What are we within? We're within a first presentation. Also, look at this volume imbalance. We have a daily volume imbalance that I marked, and we're trading that low. I definitely do want to wait till 9:30 because I personally would rather wait than try to get into things, especially Monday with no red folder news. If it were like a Tuesday, I kind of would have a better sense on where price will want to go. I would be more open and looking for things. Anyways, there's nothing of too much importance right now. I do want to look at dollar, and I also want to look at Forex right now. What are we just trading to? I believe that was so dollar just traded into an off close candle, that daily order block. As you see, we're kind of trading off that. This big what was that? That was NFP. NFP just straight. I don't really look at I didn't look at dollar during NFP, and honestly I don't really use dollar for me, but we'll take a peep at it. It is 15-minute SIBI. Traded below sell side, and then sell side once more. After a large range day, we're likely going to see consolidation. So dollar just had a large range day as well. Just got to keep that in mind. All attributing to lower probability. Let's look at euro. I mean, this is just for risk on, risk off. Euro has had a large expansion lower. We're trading into this BISI here. We trade above this. Wow, beautiful price delivery on euro, honestly. Trade lower, down close candle, offers support, trade higher, up into buy side liquidity. Notice how we have no wick on that candle like it's traded to. Refer to it once, twice, 3 times. And what do we have here? We have a stop hunt before this distribution lower into this buy side imbalance here. We also have a lower discount buy side imbalance, but here I would expect this to kind of offer some support here, maybe into an inversion fair value gap here. Notice this is also balanced here. We also have this down close candle here. This, I personally like. Yes, this kind of is a breaker, so I kind of want to study that, but I don't like this as much as I like this one because this one has a bigger body. In my study. And then look at this. We have order block right there. Down close candle. This is a redelivered rebalance. Look at the wick of that. 25%. When was I looking at GU? I'm a fan of GU. Like GU's price action sometimes, but I haven't studied it enough. It's honestly nothing to. I think NQ and ES are like if you live in, especially if you live in the U.S. If I lived outside the USA, maybe I would look for euro and maybe forex a little bit, but YM is just consolidated. We've had a big wick here. I don't want to put too much emphasis on YM. We also have that hourly. We have an hourly SIBI that looks nice. But other than that, I do want to look at the hourly chart. So I definitely do want to note this. We have a very small SIBI, but I don't really love it. I don't really think that would be very significant, to be honest. Alright, now let's see if we just expand here to new day opening gap. We also have first presentation. We have another new day opening gap. We have the weekly volume balance here. We have a new week. All these are important levels. They just, I have them in my chart, and they definitely help me. So I'm gonna be a little patient here. Buy side, sell side taken. I can definitely see us distributing here, but that's not a move that I care to be a part of. That's exactly what I would want to see if I was bullish. I think it's pretty clear that we want to see higher prices. Buy side the rest here, and I would like for me, I want to see this first presentation traded into. Inversion gap could be an entry. We're probably gonna make a gap here. We have these 4 up close candles. That's your breaker. Extend that out. Also have this. Notice we have a buy side imbalance here, sell side imbalance. Now we've created a buy side imbalance. For me, I don't think it makes sense for us to really trade lower. I'm curious to see what 930 does, because we're in a spot to where I think we could see just like a big 930 candle up, and then just see continuation for the rest of that. I mean, there's some days like today where I'm gonna load up my demo account. I mean, I think right now could be opportunity, or it definitely is something that could be traded, but rather stay idle. I do want to do why is the inversion gap not there? Hello? Why are my annotations not here? Our market's gonna open up in 1 minute. We took buy side once again, so now this. I've actually taken buy side, buy side, buy side. I mean, we don't have to trade higher. I would like to see it, and I would expect to see it, but. We have this inefficiency here. Pretty small. But it's something that we could still trade into. I would want to annotate this. All right, 9:30 is about to open here. I like the delivery. I like that delivery right there to the low end of that volume, low end of that first presentation. Still holding that volume balance. Still holding this buy side imbalance here. So I want to see this. Oh yeah. See if we just get a caffeine candle up to. That's constant encroachment of that new day opening gap. All right, now I think it's very likely that we want to trade up to at least this high here within that first presentation. Let's see though. I don't like that wick there on the 1 minute. I don't like that at all. So. Whenever I see a wick like this, like a long wick, if we want to go higher, I want to see that disrespected, that constant encroachment there. So, to me, here, let me just mark like a 30-second. Already knows that. Just gonna wait here. Be patient. Look at those 3 up close candles. I just don't like the narrative of seeing lower prices. To me, I think the more likely interest is that buy side liquidity pool. Look at that 15-second. I like the bodies at that breaker on the 15-second. The body's respecting that. Hold up. Why do I not have an ES chart pulled up? Okay, first presentation traded back into. Alright, China entry here. I do want to put it below here. Already moving up that stop because I do not want, I wouldn't want to see that get traded back into, especially now we have this wick here. Constant encroachment should not get traded through on that. Look at that volume balance low. Let's see if we want to trade back into this busy. See if any of these down close candles want to support price up higher. We are back within that new day opening gap, so that's something to still be aware of. ES just took buy side there. ES is also within a new week opening gap. All things that could be problematic for this. All right, trading back down in that inefficiency. I don't want to see a constant encroachment that breached. I'm gonna keep my stop where it is. But just from like an order flow perspective, if I was really aggressive and what I think would be reasonable, since it's a day, probably lower probability, putting a stop below that constant encroachment. Just kind of de-risk a little bit. Respect that risk side of the trade. Oh shoot, I realized that my TP isn't where I want it to be. I want it to be on that high, not the... targeting that high. Yeah, I don't really want to look at the 15-second chart too much here. See the low of that new day opening gap. I think that should support price. ES though, right here. ES looks buy side in a new week opening gap. I don't like that. ES is traded into a lower discount inefficiency here, so this to me, my stop could be here right now, but I'm just gonna leave it where it is. I also don't like that. I'm fully aware. I realize that these are low probability conditions. Since I'm on a demo account for me, I'm trying to force myself to trade in these types of conditions to kind of trade more than I think would be more reasonable. Just so I can journal and log. Like, this is what it feels like to be in these types of conditions. This is what was difficult while I was watching this. With some form of monetary demo trading on the line. Alright, we're probably gonna get stopped here. It's completely okay. This inversion gap here, that would be like the last line of defense here. With this BISI and with that downcode scandal. As we can see, we have not yet created a first presentation. Not yet created a first presentation at all. So what time would we likely create one? 9:50. All right, there we go. We got a new day opening gap. We're back within that breaker here on the 15-second. This old high here, we have that low. We have this BISI here. Notice we might actually have a first presentation. If this doesn't, if like price isn't, if we trade all the way back up to this high here, we're definitely in high probability or low probability, high risk environment, which I'm well aware of. Right, this is probably first presentation here. I'm gonna make it we'll make it blue. All right, we got about 6 seconds until that. Okay, and here buy side. ES looks bearish here. Once we get this displacement, we're not holding this. We're like gonna seek. We have these lows, and then we have this low here. So notice how we're not interested in trading that buy side here now. This will be interesting. Where do they want? Where do we want to trade lower to then accumulate to send price higher? Because I mean, we are in a deep discount. Like, do we want to just take this sell side liquidity to then trade higher, or do we want to trade all the way down to this low and take that sell side liquidity to then trade higher? I mean, that's just what I'm looking at. So as of right now, we have the first presentation. We have this breaker is acting as inversion here. I do want to see some displacement here. We just took this low though. We have relative equal, and then we have that primary sell side. All right, I would like that for a support a short. What I could have done there, within this, is just move stop to break even, which I'll definitely note in journal as something to likely do next time if I'm ever in a situation like this, to where, yes, I think it's more likely to trade here. We are in high resistance. ES isn't supporting that. We're kind of taking buy side, failing to go lower. All right, no set. ES traded to a low of a new day opening gap, or traded to a constant encroachment of a new day opening gap. Or no, that was NASDAQ just now. Not ES. On the 5 minute, if it loads. Look at that, new day opening gap, constant encroachment. All this is balanced. Alright, I'm gonna try a close proximity entry. That should be a breakaway. And we'll just try one more time, and that'll be this. Okay, we're above first presentation. To me, this should act as a balanced price range here. Once we close this candle, we have 20 seconds till this candle likely closes. I do like this though, how my annotations kind of do not transfer over here. All right, so we have an old first presentation here. I don't like that wick. Here, I'll place it below this candle's body. That should act as an order block. Okay, what could be problematic here? We do have this balanced price range here. We just come up and take this high here. So those are all problematic things within this trade. I would need to see this buy side imbalance support price here. We're also back within that first presentation. So I want to see speed and displacement here. So yeah, I don't like that candle. All right, within the next 3 candles, we should close above this high here, in my opinion. I think ES is really holding up NASDAQ here. In these low probability conditions. I'm well aware. What's good, Eddie? This is my first time looking at chat. I'm not gonna really look at chat too much today. Better go live every day this week. I will. See, I don't like that down close candle. I think this could be a possible potential partial stop. ES is not supporting any of this. Alright, so those were 2 losses and high resistance liquidity runs. I mean, we still did trade to that low that Bissy here, that old high. So we are still respecting these. I don't know, man. I didn't realize ICT was live. Kind of forgot. Alright, now I'm looking at this. We're probably want to see sell side. That's the Sibi here. I kind of just wait for this to pass. So I'm just looking at how, like, every bearish PD rate is not being respected here. If I were to look to take another long here, I would want to look at this breaker. We just trade back up in the first presentation of an old one. I think it'd be reasonable if we were to seek lower prices. Should expand here lower. Just kind of rallied up into a short-term premium here. Traded into a Sibi here with that old daily high. Now ES looks like it would want to expand. Nasdaq isn't supporting that. Okay, I do kind of like this here. No, we'll wait. I just don't really see price trading lower here. I don't. Especially than this. Like I wanna buy when we're trading to a discount. All right. This is the last. Yeah. I mean, look at the type of conditions we're still in. Let's just look at price here. Oh, I gotta do it on this side too. Oh, just watch it right here. Yeah, look how we already violated that breaker. If this inefficiency doesn't hold, like, then we really don't want to see higher prices. ES traded back within that new week opening gap. All this is a high resistance liquidity run. Notice how we're not really respecting that inversion. We're not really respecting that inversion. We're trading back to that first presentation here. None of this is really being respected. We just trade above highs, disrespected. Trade above highs, trade lower. Trade above highs, and we're trading lower. It's definitely ES. If you pull up ES. ES is definitely the one that's problematic here. Because, like, in my opinion, I think Nasdaq should have expanded. New day opening gap. Buy side, buy side. New day opening gap. New week opening gap, not new day. But yeah. Yeah, I have like zero emotion. I don't really care about the outcomes of these trades. It's more about getting used to the conditions, you know. Like I know we're likely in a buy, or I think we're likely in a buy model because I don't know for sure. No one does. Because we keep on like we're still respecting like some these discount arrays, like the more influential ones. High resistance liquidity run. Why? Monday no red folder news. Thursday we have CPI. We're indecisive on the daily chart, and because of ES. That's my opinion. So although I am going in there with a demo account, this is just get me used to like difficulty and frustration. Or not difficulty, but not frustration, but it's like knowing what it's like to be in these types of conditions. And Notice how we're not really taking sell side liquidity though. We've just been taking buy side. We've just been taking buy stops, but we're like, we're trading to the low. I mean, I guess we take this low, but like this low, we're not taking it here. We're not taking this low here. We're not taking this, or we are taking this low, but like we didn't come down and take this low. Okay, now for sure, I think we definitely should be expanding towards that buy side liquidity pool. And if we rejected this high here, that'll be very interesting. All right, new day opening got traded into. Yeah, I don't like that. There we go. All right, so now you've just taken buy side. I would expect us to honestly expand towards that larger buy side liquidity pool. Immediate rebalance right there. This is gonna be interesting what we do here. In my opinion, we have this here, up close candle, and we have this BISI here. I would want to see price stay above that, although we don't have to. We have sell side now here, and it really is Monday, no further news, so we really could do whatever. I do think that lunch and PM session will all be decent. I want to see new week opening gap traded to. It's all the way up here. Alright, you got a mitigation here. Mitigation block. That's how we did just take buy side. Look at ES. ES is not supporting any of this. Or I still like ES. ES just put a nice. I do like that body. Now I'll see some displacement here. I like that new day opening gap straight to again. We're still holding up down close candles. I just want to see. This will probably, the new week opening gap in my opinion will probably get traded to. What I want to study, what I want to look at today is if we want to trade to these highs today. If we want to trade the new week opening gap. If we want to trade to, like, where do we want to put this high here? Like, is this a trade that takes us up to here, trades us up to here, or into new week opening gap? But here right now, like, this is just price action that doesn't need to be traded. I mean, there's always going to be more opportunity. This is something that could really just be let by. And as we can see, a little tougher conditions. I mean, we did come back down here to the old high. This me trying to enter here. This isn't really a breaker. I mean, it is a breaker here, but right here, you definitely just need more time. As we can see, we traded up, buy side, failing to trade higher, and we have a Sibby, trade lower, back higher, stop hunt, high resistance liquidity. Then we have this straight into as inversion right there. We trade lower once more into new week opening gap, constant encroachment. Trade higher, down close candle, supported, trade higher, then back lower once more to that old high and that buy side imbalance. I might end stream, to be honest. Pretty doesn't need to be traded. What's good? How you doing? Nice. I mean, I would personally, I just expect to see you just pricing higher here. We'll see. I'm gonna end stream here. I might go live later for a maybe PM session. And I think lunch might actually be decent, but yeah, I'm just gonna end stream. Hope you all have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.